Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Not Minding My Own Business. I am your estate planning and elder law attorney, Russell Farbiars, and I am joined here today by Patrick McNichol. Patrick is with two companies, so we're getting two for the price of one here today, Suburban Solutions Moving and Mainline Junk. Welcome, Patrick.
Hey, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Sure, I'm thrilled to have you here today, and like I said, we get two for the price of one. So, you know, why don't we start out? Tell us a little bit about what Mainline Junk does.
Sure. So mainline junk removal handles a variety of removal needs, from estate cleanouts to apartment cleanouts to just your run-of-the-mill furniture removal. We also handle some light demolition for things like sheds, swing sets, hot tubs. But anything you need to get rid of at your home or apartment, we can handle for you.
Nice. And then what about Suburban Solutions?
Sure. Suburban Solutions Moving is a residential moving company. We handle both local and long distance moves. Both companies are headquartered in Havertown, Pennsylvania. We service the Tri-County area, so Philadelphia, Berks County, Delaware County, Montgomery, and Chester counties. We handle moves of all sizes, from small apartment moves to large single-family homes. Whether you're downsizing or upsizing, we can handle anything that you might need moving-wise as well.
Nice. So a lot of our clients are probably more on the downsizing than the upsizing side of the spectrum. How do you help families, particularly those who maybe are moving out of their family home and into an assisted living or nursing home facility?
That's a great question. So that's one of our specialty areas. Because we have both a moving company and a junk removal company, we get a lot of requests from estate and trust planning professionals. We can handle so many different parts of the relocation. So when a family member is moving, whether it's a senior community of 55 plus or a nursing home, assisted living, not everything typically is going from their current home to their new living arrangements. So that's where we can come in. So obviously we can take care of the primary move to a new home or apartment. But we can also handle the logistics of getting leftover items either to family members in the area. We bring things to storage units that we can. We have our own storage, or if you have your own storage unit, we can handle that. We also do junk removal, as you mentioned, if there's items that just need to get disposed of. And last but not least, our goal at the end of the day is to avoid sending items to the landfill. So when there are items in good condition that aren't needed by any family members, we try to bring them all to donation centers like Goodwill or Habitat for Humanity to make sure that these items are getting a new chance at a new home and avoiding the landfill.
Very, very nice. Yeah, I think the trend with junk removal companies these days is being eco-friendly, trying to keep things out of the landfills. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a shame to see items in good condition get wasted. There's a lot of families that are in some need that could use these secondhand items and give a new chance at life for something that's in perfectly good condition.
Right, because a lot of times, someone who's moving on to a facility, they have things that are still in great condition. They just can't take everything with them.
Exactly.
Now, do you handle, when you're working with a family that has someone moving into a facility, do you handle that type of a move a little bit differently than just your run-of-the-mill move?
Absolutely. In any case where there's a senior relocation, we understand that the pace of the move might change a little bit. We want to make sure that we're showing patience and an extra level of care because in some cases, people want to move really quickly on a traditional move, but in a senior move, we have to slow things down a little bit to make sure that our customer is comfortable. Sometimes moving too fast can be a little overwhelming. So we try to take a little extra care and make sure that the customer at the end of the day always comes first. So we try to handle things with a little bit more care and attention and a little bit more patience.
Do you help with any of the planning in terms of what's gonna come with them, what's not gonna come with them?
Yeah, so we use a very simple system when there's going to be multiple drop-offs. Typically, we bring Post-it notes of different colors. So in our initial walkthrough with a customer or family, we'll just use different colors to tag everything. Red might mean stay, green might mean go, whatever it may be. That way the crew knows what's going where, and we've execute the move accordingly. It helps out a lot, especially if there's packing service. If the customer is asking for packing too, which is very common for our senior relocations, to make sure that we're organized and everything's getting in the right destination.
Very nice. So how did you get started in these two businesses?
So we started Suburban Solutions Moving in 2014. A friend of mine started the company in the DC area, and approached me. I was working at Boeing at the time in the Philadelphia area, and approached me and asked if I wanted to open up a location. I did that. So this is our 9th year now for the moving company. And the junk company we started in 2020, just before COVID started. So that was an interesting first couple months there. We had this brand new, beautiful dump truck, but nobody really wanted to go inside home. So that was an interesting learning curve, but
Yeah.
things took off on both sides pretty quickly after COVID kind of normalized a little bit. But yeah, now we realized that everybody that is moving probably has something they need to get rid of as well. And they're very complementary businesses.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to have both businesses, because they do work hand in hand. And what was it about, this industry that really struck you as something you wanted to be involved in?
Well, I don't think anybody, when they're in high school, dreams of running a moving company and a junk removal company. So it's not something that I, have always aspired to be a part of. But once I started getting into it, it is really enjoyable to see that moving is something that nobody really wants to do. And same with junk removal. But it's very satisfying to see the customers happy at the end of the day. It's a hard job, and for us to be able to execute those jobs, especially when it comes to the senior relocations, that's a very challenging time for people, for especially the family members. Having the ability to put a smile on everybody's face and make a stressful time very enjoyable, it's really satisfying. And being able to do that for seniors, especially, and their family members, when they're even added stress. No one wants to be moving family members into senior facilities. And it's really nice to be able to assist people in that scenario.
Of course. So what is the most interesting thing you've ever had to move or dispose of?
One of our first jobs was for a family in just outside Philadelphia, and they were moving from one home to another, and they were art collectors of some kind. They had all kinds of art from all over the world. All
Oh,
these
wow.
items needed to be created. It was like walking into a museum when we first started this move. That would say that's the most entertaining type of move. They had door slabs that were 15 feet tall from who knows where, but it was beautiful pieces. It was fantastic.
Hmm. Very, 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 very interesting. Why don't you tell me a little bit? Why don't you talk a little bit about you? What is something that you'd want to be remembered for?
Just being able to provide a friendly service to families in need when they're going through a tough time.
Okay. And what do you like to do for fun when you're not working?
I'm an avid basketball player. I could play every day and be happy. Big Phillies sports fan. The Phillies are my favorite team to watch, especially down at Citizens Bank Park. And I love going to the beach and traveling. My wife and I try to get at least 1 or 2 vacations in a year to somewhere new. Otherwise, we spend a lot of time when we can down at the beach in Ocean City, New Jersey.
Ah, very nice. Ocean City, New Jersey is also one of our favorite spots.
Cool.
It's a beautiful place. It's clean.
Yeah.
And one of the nice things also is they have a very nice coffee roaster that we
Ah,
use.
there you go. Ocean City Coffee.
Yes, we're big fans of Ocean City Coffee.
Cool. I grew up spending my summers down there as well, working not at Ocean City Coffee, but working on the boardwalk
Nice.
through high school and college. So that was a great experience for me.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. And so, what is something that most people are not aware of uh, in your line of work that you think they should be aware of?
The fact that we offer packing and unpacking services, um, we love doing the packing services because again, it's a hard job to do, especially in your field. And when we can pack a customer up, we know that that customer is going to be fully prepared and ready to go on moving day. And same with unpacking services. You know, sometimes you hear stories of people having kept their items in boxes for weeks or months at a time. For a reasonable price, we can come back the following day and take care of those unpacking services for you all at one time. We need your assistance on something like that because we don't know where everything's going to go, but we can get that relocation done between packing, moving, and unpacking at a very quick and a very short time frame, and make your life and your transition a lot easier.
Well, that's a neat service because you're right. People move, and there's always that one box that just sort of sits in the basement that
Oh yeah.
never gets unpacked and then gets moved to the next place. But particularly with seniors, they might not have the ability, physically to unpack everything. So that I'm sure that comes in really helpful.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
so well, I really appreciate you coming on the show. If any of our listeners are looking to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
You can reach us at Suburban Solutions Moving, suburbansolutions.com or mainlinejunk.com. And if you want to give us a call, you can reach us at 610-314-6868.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Hey, thanks for having us. Looking forward to helping your clients.
Yep.
Thanks. Bye-bye.